And here, this is YouTube, and we just go back to the live dashboard. Close this, because this is old every time. And then we go here, pop out.
Oh, man, you know, I'm not a computer guy anymore. Cool. I'm sad.
So, no, you're not sad.
I'm forgetting your
YouTube comments. So if you just do this in the YouTube comments, okay. Now what happens, right, is it creates this window here. And when you type, so if anybody was to say type in YouTube, hi everyone, right, that goes there, but that goes also here somewhere. Right. Hey, hi everyone. So as if people are talking, it'll scroll upwards like that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like, so nobody's ever watching this, ever, right? So I can just be like,
yes, yes. So this actually is a YouTube stream, literally right now.
This is what's happening.
Nice.
That's what's on YouTube.
I've watched a few people play stream themselves while they play computer games.
So what I
Hey, there we go. There we go. We got the 10-second delay or something.
Yeah, there's like a bit of delay. That's cool. The rest of the world doesn't care about that. Right. So
yes, that's right. They don't know, do they?
Let me see. So.
Oh man, I'm watching myself blink. Oh, this is real life.
Oh no, that's because that's the screen, right?
Yep.
That's the delay.
Yes,
so
okay.
You'll see in a second.
I'm like, holy shit! I'm blinking coincidentally at the same time as I was 10 seconds ago.
Cool.
There we go. There we go.
Alright, here. I'm going to get my whiteboard.
Okay.
That's the best way we can sort of think about things.
Look this. You're so tiny, aren't you? You're so tiny. This guy's like a tiger. He's so tiny. Look at that. Is he pretty young, or is this nice?
That's a she.
She?
Yeah, and she is, pretty young. Still a kitten. You know, I've been trying to, my stupid thing.
Yeah.
You know WD-40 is the shit to use on whiteboards?
Oh, yeah. It's a good solvent, isn't it? I use it on my bloody scissors. You know how your scissors get gummed up with sticky tape glue?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right, it's a really good solvent.
The whiteboard's WD-40.
Alright.
Oh, she's a bit of a weirdo. And then I'll get paper towels or anything to her.
I love that smell of WD-40 too.
Yeah.
Right. Cool.
So we're going to whiteboard and we're going to do some brainstorming.
Thanks, lad.
See you later.
And then the last thing I like to do is just to go like this. Where are you? See somewhere. Yeah.
I see. Facebook.
So yeah, you have to do the share.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's that, and then the Twitter.
I'm looking forward to seeing when the van gets up and running.
Right. And even though I have like a zero audience,
yeah.
right? I've turned it off so I don't voice bandwidth. Zero audience. That's me watching. You got to go through these motions like every time, even though there's no reward for it, because you got to think to yourself, I'm not doing this for any sort of reward. That's asking for what? Yeah. It's just here anyway. Alright. DC, you're talking about a DC to DC converter.
Yes. So I bet you this laptop runs off 19 volts, I reckon.
We can say, because it's like here, so
I reckon they all do now.
It's this one, 19.5 volts.
Yep.
4.62 amps.
Yeah, no worries. So about 100 watts or so is the maximum that it will draw. So car batteries can. So you get your car battery. I imagine you probably want to get a few extra batteries as well.
Yeah. I probably will leave the car battery attached to the car and not do any.
Not use that. You want to drain that.
That's right.
Not leave that
separate.
Yeah, exactly. Not only that, it's not a deep cycle battery. Like you don't even crank your car over. It hardly discharges the battery at all.
Yep.
If you do deep cycle car batteries, they screw them over really, really quickly. So if you get deep cycle batteries dedicated, separate from that, perfect. I think.
Yeah.
No danger of being stranded somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea.
So, what kind of, like, I was going through, like, an electronics store the other day, I can't remember, it might have been JCar, and they've got, like, these big fat batteries for, like, $70, or something, $70, $80 each.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Like, is, like, a bank of those sorts of things.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously not straight from the shop, because that would be really expensive.
Yeah, really
You know,
expensive.
let's say, go online or something.
Yeah, that's it. You're exactly right. And see, I actually wouldn't know how many you want. See,
Well, it depends, won't it?
it depends on lots of things, doesn't
Like,
it? Yeah.
how much time I want to be away from
Exactly.
recharging, that
Yeah,
sort of thing.
yeah.
So, but that's all the math that I have to do.
And you know, the other
Like,
thing you could do, even though the car batteries are going to be separate, you could charge up your deep cycle batteries from the alternator if they're getting desperately flat.
Yeah.
That's something which you could get as well.
Charge off your
A voltage meter.
Oh, okay, right.
Get a voltage meter as well. I kind of like the needle ones, the analog ones. Get one of those, or you can just get.
So I'll show you the list of the sensors that I got going. I won't worry about. We'll leave this on us, right? Because I'm actually talking to someone now, so it might be more entertaining than just looking at work gauges.
Yeah.
But like normally, I would just have it full screen my thing and have me in a little picture. And so actually, no, I will change that over because we have been doing stuff on the computer. So this now shows what my desktop is, right? So I've got this list. Right, I started making a list of all the different electricals. This is my list of sensors that I want to have. Right, so all the interior stuff, and then down here there's like electrical draw per socket, but also battery capacity and charge. So I'm guessing I want to add to that like engine charge, because if I'm running the engine, then
this will be as simply as a battery charge controller, which will simply hook straight into the battery, which is interesting because it's the other way. It's interesting. That's the other way around. You should be able to use a standard charge controller, which normally goes from a solar panel to a battery. So from a source to the battery. So in a way, your alternator is a source. Now,
so wait a minute. So like for the charge controller, I would be able to plug it into my solar power as well as. My charge controller plugs into the solar panels, then goes to the batteries. But the charge controller, if I get the right one, I might be able to go from the alternator to the charge controller as well.
I think you can. Okay. There are some pretty complicated. I've actually only experienced really simple ones, so I don't even need it. But I reckon you can get some pretty good ones which will accept power from multiple sources. Yeah, pretty certain you must be able to because it's getting big these days.
That's a good idea. So I have the power from the engine if I'm running it. Also going to the charge controller. Battery for the engine would be separate. But that would just be split off from the alternative source. You know, like I'm guessing that wouldn't be that difficult to do. I don't know how to do these things at all, by the way. So for me, it's a bit of a mind.
Yeah, well, I can. Yeah, you know, we do one step at a time. I think when the van days come, when you start implementing it.
This is what the whiteboard's for, right? So we can do it like this. We can create
and I reckon.
What's a good colour to use for like batteries compared to electrical lines?
Okay. I reckon maybe battery blue, electrical lines red or black.
And green is earth.
Green is earth,
Alright. So if we have a whiteboard over here.
I love that.
Actually, can you grab that chair?
Yeah.
And bring it with me?
I love the little. Well, they're both nice. The cats, but the little one is so cute.
She's like super energetic.
Yeah, I reckon the DC-DC converters that I mentioned as well. I reckon you want to get multiple of them.
So let's say, right, this is we're gonna make like this is the van. This is all the van.
Yeah.
Right. So if this is the battery, I'm gonna make this the car battery. I'm gonna go up here and be like, this is the car battery. Right. Yep. So that has to go red and black. What do we go like?
It's very fun. Actually, car's quite good because the whole body is the negative. So if you don't have to worry about the negative one, just use the positive one.
Okay, so this is positive?
Usually red's positive. Doesn't really matter though. Totally doesn't matter, obviously.
It doesn't matter if like we can go into the details, like because I'm trying to educate myself as well. So when you say that the whole body is the negative,
yeah. So this metal frame.
Yeah.
So the negative of the battery actually goes to the frame of the car. Okay. So if you want. If you've got like a device down here, you know, you've got your laptop just here, and your screen and keyboard, you only need to get a positive line coming down to your laptop. The negative line, you just connect straight to there. Now it won't quite be like that because of course you'll have a DC and DC converter just in here, which will go from 12 volts to to
19.
19 volts. And I recommend actually having multiple of them at each year different.
So what I was thinking,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
is that I'll have my car battery
yeah.
separate, which will be attached to the alternator.
Yeah.
And the alternator.
Of course. Actually, sorry, yes, of course. This is going to go to your
So let's go
battery bank.
to the alternator here. We'll just call it alt. It's a terrible alt. Alt. That goes to the car battery.
Yeah.
That's whatever.
Yeah.
Then we'll just say this is solar panels over here. Make it big. Solar panels. Right, and that alternator car battery. We're going to charge. We're going to make this the charge controller. Charge controller. So these ones go into here, right?
Yep.
This one also goes into here.
Yep.
And that then goes. Charge controller goes into a separate battery bank, right? That which is here.
Yeah, yeah. So this will be a deep cycle.
Deep cycle.
Deep cycle batteries.
Okay. Now the way I've been watching Jamie Mansell on YouTube a fair bit.
Right. Who's that?
He's a YouTuber that lives in Panama on his own and does solar, all his own stuff, right?
Yeah.
He switches over from using solar power directly
Yeah.
to then using it out of batteries. Is that something that's difficult to, or is it something I want to, like how?
So no battery in
No
between?
battery sometimes.
No, that actually.
Or is that just like him being?
It's perfectly doable. It's identical. Basically, then the solar panels go straight to your DC converter.
Right.
Now, the only danger of that is if
They're more variable output.
exactly right. Now, as long as you're always drawing less than what they're producing,
Right.
then you're happy dory. But the cloud comes over. That's the advantage of a battery. It's like that storage tank.
Yeah,
So
you see that even
that buffer. Yeah, exactly right. So, in most cases, I'd say you have some batteries in between.
So the deep cycle batteries, I would draw directly from them in order to get to the 12 volt.
Now,
12 volt rail.
you can, but you can also.
Because I need an inverter to go to 240 volt rail.
The charge controller actually will have an output, which will go there, and now you can draw directly from the battery.
And the charge controller will be the thing that sort of controls.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, right.
And if your batteries start to go flat, this will disconnect this line here and stop powering units. Because I guess at the end of the day, you don't want to flatten the battery because then that shortens their lives. Even the deep cycle battery, you flatten them. You basically want to try and keep your batteries full as much as possible. Which is funny because you want to use them, you want to discharge them because you want to use them, but you want to keep it as full as possible. So yes, you absolutely can go directly to battery, but if you go through the charge controller, it's a little bit safer.
I've lost something. I've got audio. I just don't have video. I moved the thing and it killed the video. I gotta yank the video cable for a second. What happens?
It's a camera thing, isn't it? It's a connection thing, not a computer. Oh yeah, you're right, because the video is still going.
So what happens is that the Magewell device tends to freak out
Right.
at a certain point, and then like I lose video feed from it. Is that USB?
Yeah, I used to have one of the. Oh man, I just don't do computer stuff much anymore. I wish I'd.
So
what'd you have to do?
Magewell's back and USB. Okay, back. It's just for some reason that device does something weird. I just want to get this camera on the whiteboard better because the whiteboard's pretty hard to see from there.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's that.
Specular reflection just there.
Indeed. Where is that? Let's see here.
There it is. Yeah.
Just going from the light above. Doesn't matter. Anyway, it's quite much better.
Yeah.
So, I'll get it from the description.
Yes, we've got the whiteboard.
Right. So let me see here. Charge controller is sort of like the central thing that is important. So probably the most important thing that I get, right?
Yeah, and you can get some bloody good ones out there, which can probably do more than what we've talked about here.
From the charge controller, I'll go to because I want both 12 volt rail, like for doing things like my laptop and USB or anything that's USB sort of thing is just 12 volt.
Yes.
So I want to be able to have basically USB ports throughout my van, or even just plugs that I can plug in something that converts to a USB port.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking the efficiency to go from 12 volt to 240 back to 12 is really dumb.
It's crazy, yeah. It's crazy.
I'm going to lose.
You can get, I've got one, 12 volts straight to USB port outputs. So you can just get, a couple of those.
So 12 volt to 19 volt for my laptop.
Yep, so that one you need a
that would be something that's very specific to this power source though, wouldn't it?
You can get, JCar got them, but get them elsewhere, I think it'd be cheaper. You can get them, which it's exactly the same, DC-DC converter, 12 volts to several voltages, and they've got little switches on them, so you actually choose what voltage you want.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, so it's pretty easy actually. I think it actually makes it a bit simpler.
So this is what I was thinking was that I would run like a rail around the car that's 240. That I would have like an inverter in here somewhere, like an inverter. Right, that would go to there obviously, and then go around the car, and then you come back, whatever, right? And then I would have like, this would be 12 volts anyway, so I'd have the second rail go around the car, whatever it needs. But you're saying it doesn't need to go around the car, it just needs to go back out to the chassis.
Actually, you will need one. You won't need the return line to go back around. Just take the straight to the negative.
So the negative, to the car, and this will connect the negative to the positive to the car.
Yeah.
It's really weird that the chassis of the car forms the circuit.
Now, hang on a second. Actually, I take that back. We can't do that since this battery is separate to this battery here.
Yeah.
Actually, sorry.
So you can't use the car because that's attached to the car battery.
Now, let me think about that. I really can. You should be able to. Yeah, you can. Okay, as long as, absolutely you can, that's fine. Yep, so you just connect the negative from these guys to the chassis, you'll be good.
Okay.
Just can. common ground. Yeah, absolutely, there's no reason you can't.
Okay. And so does this make a lot of sense? Is this like a good plan?
Yeah.
Do you think?
There is nothing abnormal about this at all.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely nothing at all.
And therefore the things that take for my laptop, that would take 19 volts or anything, I would have a device that plugs into my 12 volt electrical socket. Yep. Sort of thing.
Yeah, and you can get car chargers for laptops. Which actually go into a. So that's interesting. I wonder if. It depends. You know, your 12 volt line, you could have cigarette lighter plugs all over the place.
I think the cigarette lighter plugs are pretty stupid.
Yeah.
I probably want to use something that's a little bit like nicer.
Yeah. So that's it. So just get something convenient.
Just
some nice looking plug.
I'll just choose like a standard sort of plug and keep that as my standard. And then have conversions from that. So from the 12 volt line, the 240 volt line will be easy, right? And I'll probably it would just be like regular electrical outlets, right?
I probably wouldn't
power boards. I wouldn't want too many of them in the car, but I would need a couple.
The inverter, and I mean, and how much power you need to draw it? I guess it's so
dependent on how much power you draw.
Yeah.
So just how much batteries you need, depending on how much time you can be using the power for.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're all sort of interdependent systems, which
I
got to figure out roughly how much I'm going to use, multiply it by pi, just for buffer.
Yeah, definitely.
And then use that. Then maybe not that much. Maybe 3 plus times. All right. So that makes a lot of sense. Now. So I've also got it connected up to, say, lighting on the inside of the van. Any sort of appliances that I have, like, say, a refrigerator. So like a small, like, in-van refrigerator. So I'm guessing that would be a third circuit that comes off of the charge controller.
It would be good actually to have a few circuits because the fridge, for example, is probably going to draw a fair amount. If you've got a kettle, that'll draw. So it'd be good to have, I guess, a high-powered line for things like that, separate from your other little doodads.
I'm going to start using red here. I'll use green, but this is not green, right? So what I'm thinking, right, is to go, okay, I want a sensor here for this solar output, this solar output. I want a sensor for the alternator output. I want to know. Let's put
it'd be great.
Let's put a third line in here, and just say that goes to the lights. Right. I want each rail to have its own voltage sensor, so I can see how much each rail is using independently. Right, I'll have to know how much information from my batteries. You know, my charge controller itself will probably have sensors. So this may be even just a battery sensor rather than this. This is not really very important. You know, because I'll have like.
So it's theoretically the sum of all of these.
Oh no, this is valuable as well because like some of the power could be coming from solar, some of it could be coming from the battery. So
yeah. Actually, that would be quite good to see. Yeah.
Right. So I want. This is the kind of sensor for like. This is probably the minimum amount of sensors that I want. You know, for electricity. And then what I'd really like is to know here for each socket how much power is coming out of each socket. Right? But that's going to be harder because they then have to be wired separately, you know, back to that third, this is the third route, so that's going to have my Raspberry Pi on it. So this is going to be like the van utilities. Utilities. That's going to be van utilities. So that's going to where all the green lights will have to go back to here. You know.
Right.
Yeah, so that's going to be my data storage, my like.
That's the brain.
That's sort of like that's going to be like the hardwired part of the van that's always running.
Yeah.
You know, 24/7.
Yeah.
So.
You know what? It may even be worth having this on its own dedicated battery as well.
Okay.
So that if anything happens to draw these batteries down and it cuts out, at least that's going to still be running.
Okay.
It might be worth doing that. Or maybe even having that off the car battery. Assuming the car battery is always...
I'm not always like, that's a bad idea. Always in like complexity.
Oh, complexity. Yes.
Which means then you'd have to have some sort of device like between the utilities and the charge controller and the battery that alternates or is able to draw from both.
Oh, okay.
Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying just draw it straight from the car battery?
Yeah, I guess so. This
one's going to have a refrigerator.
Oh.
Like SAN, NAS, like this is like my computer. This is like brains and lights and all of the chunk. This is going to be like stuff that you can plug into.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the hardwired stuff.
This is all the hardwired stuff.
Yeah.
And this is like the one that's not hardwired.
Yep.
That has like plugs that I'll be using. It's like laptop and
kettle
what are they called? Household utensils.
White goods.
Kitchen. Yeah.
White goods. Your washing machine.
White goods are on the usual. It's
Yeah.
like constantly. Like, and it's only going to be a refrigerator. That's it.
Yeah.
Right. Like if that's even like a thing.
Yeah. The fridge is a bugger because fridges use a lot of power.
Yeah.
That's the problem. And you'd probably want to get a compressor fridge as distinct to one of the bloody Peltier ones, because the Peltier ones, the solid state fridges, they use so much power. They're not very efficient. If you can get, I think Waco, WAEKO, is a pretty good brand.
Yeah.
Good. If you can get a tiny, make sure it's got a compressor in it. I think is the main thing, because they're much more efficient than the Peltier ones.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think yeah. Keep that in mind. That's, but yeah, make sure it's well insulated too.
So this all is like making sense.
Yeah.
There's nothing weird or like
nothing.
Yeah, right. I've got my head screwed on at least correctly.
Yeah, it's straightforward. Yeah. The other thing you mentioned, which you don't need, are the resistors. Okay.
That was just because I don't know much about electricity, and I was just like, how do I do this? Do I need like a really big, powerful line and then like limit it?
Yeah, that's right.
My devices.
Yeah, that apart from that,
you basically just transformers every time.
Basically, yeah. That's what DC converter essentially is. Right, it transforms the voltage from one to another.
Yep.
Yeah, and the inverter is the same, but it converts it to AC.
Okay.
So it's pretty easy.
In which case,
I think it was pretty set.
My phone. I'm going to take a photo of that. Right, so I know. I've got that stored for later.
And the solar panels, so I think I sent you a link, but you just look on eBay and there are solar panel mounts for mounting like on top of caravans. So depending, you can get solar panels really, really cheap these days. A lot of people are actually taking solar panels off their roof to put bigger systems on, not thinking that they can leave the existing panels on there and just put more on there. So there are a lot of 250 watt panels out there pretty cheap.
So roll it off and do one drawing. Thanks for this, Brad.
No, that's all right.
Really helpful.
No, gosh, I'm happy to. I love this stuff.
obviously I'm not going to go overboard with my solar panel purchase.
Yeah,
because,
yeah.
like, it's a matter of I got to do the math first, right? I got to figure out how much draw I'm likely to use.
Yeah.
Add a little bit for buffer.
Mhm.
Add a little bit for guests or something. Like maybe an external power, something. Like if I go drive the van somewhere,
Yeah.
park, and I want to run something, then I want to have a plug on the outside sort of situation. You know?
Yeah.
If I'm like camping or something like that.
Yeah.
The other thing is that I want to be able to put a projector, short-range projector in the van, and like when I open the back doors, have a screen, so that it projects onto, like, it's basically outdoor cinema instantaneously.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
So then, right, so the other thing I wanted to talk to you about specifically was, so hot water.
Oh, hot water. Okay.
So these black tubes, how big are they? Like what?
I've got a few sizes. I've got some 60 centimeter ones. I've got some 80 centimeter ones.
That's width? Like diameter?
Length. Okay, so I'll run down. So we got length and diameter. So we got what did I say? 60 centimeters.
Yeah.
Diameter is 58 millimeters.
Oh, they're really thin.
So about like that.
Yeah.
I got some 80 centimeter, which are ditto. I got some 1.8 meters, which are ditto. 1.5 meters, which are 47. Now, usually,
how do they work?
Okay, thermos.
Yeah.
Thermos has got it's got the inner layer, and it's got an outer layer. It's got a vacuum in between, so the heat can't
escape.
Yes, can't get out. It's exactly the same, except that inner tube is black, the outer tube is glass. Sunlight can get in, heats it, but the heat can't get back out. Right. It gets out really slowly, but like you put the tube.
But it has to do infrared. So there's a lot of infrared coming in.
Yep.
But not a lot going out.
That's right. Yeah. In fact, it's quite amazing. If this is one of the tubes, the water can be boiling inside. Literally, you can hear it bubbling through the top because so they're sealed at the bottom and they're open at the top.
Yeah.
You can touch the tube, boiling inside. It's room temperature on the outside. Okay. So that's how good they are at insulating and keeping the heat in there.
So if I had one, do you need to keep them vertical?
Yeah, because of course if you keep them upside down, the water's just going to come out.
Yeah. Horizontal?
Horizontal is okay. Is okay.
Because what I was thinking is if I could like run them along the rim of the edge of the car.
Yeah.
You know, like, because if they're on the side, then there's obviously going to be shade depending on the angle of the vehicle.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But if I have them on the roof, running like along a rail.
Yeah.
That would be sideways. Is that possible?
That'll be okay. Yeah.
Do I need to keep them slightly elevated, or like
theoretically?
If I just have a connector on the end that just is turned up.
Honestly, I get when people ask me that question. In fact, honestly, I think if they're like 1 degree above the horizontal, heat's always going to slowly go up. And at the end of the day, most of the heat's still going to go up. So as long as they're at just a slightest angle, because if this is the open end and that's the closed end, all the heat's going to accumulate in the closed end there. So that'll be fine.
Is it because you need airflow out because it's boiling?
No. It's just simply because hot rises. Okay. Simple as that. Yeah, simple as that.
So do you use them to heat up? Like, how does the system work as far as like heating up lots of water? I know. So normally, you have a little tank there on like an A-frame. Yeah.
Right. And then you have, in fact, this is what I've got sitting at front of my face. It's got holes in the tank.
Yeah.
And it's got the vacuum tubes just sitting here like this.
Right. Yeah. I get you.
Right. And so on. And it's got a tap outlet just here.
So the sun comes in from this angle.
Yep.
It heats the tube, and then the hot liquid goes up in it.
Yep.
And it recycles the cold liquid.
Exactly right. And it's so you don't need any pumps to circulate through it.
There's a general convection of the liquid.
Yeah.
And so then the whole tank does this all at once.
Yep.
And you get like a tank full of hot water.
Yeah. Right. By the end of the day, very hot.
Okay, so if I was going to do that on a van situation, that's going to be hard.
That's right. If you've got this on top of your car,
no, that's not going to work.
It's not quite right. Yeah. So really, what you need is you need a storage tank somewhere.
Well, it's okay for the tank to be on the inside of the van. You just need lines that go outside the van to the sun.
Yeah.
Right. But the problem is, can you keep the tank below the vacuum tubes? That doesn't seem like a.
Now you can, if you do that. Yeah, you can. If you do that, then you will need a pump because basically the hot's always going to be at the highest point. So you have to circulate your cold water around,
Uh-huh.
which isn't too
Pumps
bad.
don't really take that much.
Nah, not too much. And
So if I've got enough solar to heat up water, that means I would have enough solar to have solar panel.
to run the pump.
Right, and so if I've got enough solar, that means that I could have my vacuum tubes on the roof, slightly elevated, correctly run, so that I've then got hot water inside the van. And a small pump that just keeps that cycling.
Yeah, and you know,
like a temperature sensor in that system to go, we're getting hot water, cool. Cycle until it's actually hot.
Yeah, now, that's right. There's a few ways you can do that too. The real simplest is you can have a pump driven by a solar panel. So when the sun's shining, it's just circulating. Or you can do temperature sensors, which is a bit more sophisticated and a bit more precise, I suppose.
Well, I'd have a temperature sensor anyway.
You'd have it anyway.
Because
so
I'm nerding out. I'm not like sensor thing, you know?
Sensors everywhere.
Yeah.
You have a sensor at the top, sensor at the bottom, so you can detect the temperature drop as well in the line. You'll have sensors everywhere.
Yeah, sensors everywhere.
Yes.
All of the sensors.
Yes.
Alright, cool. So as far as let's go roof.
So I've got the tubes. The tank.
Are they fragile?
They're not. Okay, they're made of glass.
Yeah.
So they've got that fragility in them, but they're pretty tough.
I mean, glass can be pretty tough depending on what kind of glass it is. Right?
Yeah, exactly right.
So let's draw the top of the van. This is the van, right? Let's pretend like here's the front, here's the windscreen, here's the engine bay. Right, so then I would have like, here's the door on the side, it's about this big. Here's the back doors. Now, what I was thinking was something along the lines of solar panel, vent, window or something, solar panel, right? But 3 solar panels, is that overkill? Probably.
I'm not sure. I have to think how big the...
I've been watching Jamie Mansell, you know, on certain island in Panama, and he has 1 solar panel on the roof of his like little bulldozer that he built, literally built a certain bulldozer. Anyway, he has 1 solar panel, and he drives his bulldozer up to his dome, plugs in his like power tools, and then runs that. And you're like, you have 1 solar panel, and you're just like smashing it. Like, what is going on? You know, like.
Or it's a matter of just partitioning the power usage, basically. Yeah.
So I was thinking, if I do that, I could have 2 solar panels. This one then could be vacuum tubes. Like however many is required to run. I don't remember that many, but I'm just.
Yeah. I
mean, how many vacuum tubes like for these hot water?
It depends. A 50-litre one has got 15, which actually seems like 15 of the 80 centimetre ones. Seems like an overkill when I think about it. No, that's about right. 50 litres. Yeah. So that's exactly what they have. For example, 50 litres, 15. So it looks like about
30 or
Oh, sorry. If you had 50-litre tank, I'd recommend 15. 15 of that.
With a 50-litre tank.
Yeah.
That's 50 litres.
Which is very...
I'm not sure that'll be 50.
No, I don't think so either, because
It's
I've
not like I'm going to be showering or anything in it, or even if I do, it's going to be like last minute.
Okay, I've got
camping style shower, which is not going to bother me that much.
Yeah, I've got a 25-litre tank.
Yeah.
And I've been using that for my hot water for the last 6 years.
Yeah.
It's been sitting at the front of my place. It's got 10 of these smaller tubes, and it gets me by pretty good.
Yeah. How long do you get? Like how much is 25 litres worth in a shower?
I probably use about 10 litres.
In a shower?
I'm pretty conservative.
Yeah, I was going to say like...
Pretty conservative. I've actually...
It's not like a suburban home where you just like chuck the taps on and be like,
just
10 minutes later. Oh wait, no, half an hour later. Oh, 45 minutes because I'm a weirdo. No, like, I try and keep my showers short, but you know, I'm not that conservative.
Yeah. I use a bucket actually, and I scoop. This actually progressed. I reckon 6 years ago I used to use a camping shower. I used to empty.
That's the one with the
yeah. I used to empty that into a bucket, and then I had a camping pump. So 12 volts, pump it up, and a normal shower.
Yeah.
One day, mid-shower, the pump broke. And I'm like, what the hell am I going to do? I'm like, I've got circle over me, I've got my hot water's in my bucket there.
Yeah.
So I got an ice cream container, and I scooped it. And so I finished that shower with an ice cream container.
Yeah.
And I had full intentions of buying another pump. And about a fortnight had lapsed, and I hadn't bought a pump. And I thought, I'm surviving with an ice cream container specific. So that's how I've had a shower for the last 6 years or so.
And it's been fine.
And it's fine. And I don't think I smell. Right? Like, nobody starts to complain.
No, you're always very clean.
Nobody starts to complain of smelling. So it's perfectly doable.
I think some of the modern amenities we have like a little bit overkill, like as far as what necessary for humans to survive.
It becomes part of mainstream. People are just used to that, aren't they?
Yeah.
And
Like dishwashers, like what the fuck?
I know. Who needs a fucking dishwasher?
It's weird.
Yeah. Yet some
like,
people swear that they can't live without it. I'm like,
yeah,
wash your dishes. Like,
it's not that hard.
it's crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
even when I first moved into my place a long time ago, I didn't have a washing machine.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't go down the laundromat either. I washed my stuff in a bucket, just you know, with clothes on. But washing machines are great. But anyway, but you're
Well,
right.
I'll be using a
You use laundromat, yeah. But you won't need much hot water at all, really. Like, because if you've got your shower taken care of, I'm trying to think. I guess you might want hot water for a cup of tea or something.
Well,
like
hot
that.
water will be for cooking and stuff.
For cooking, yeah, like.
And it's nice to have hot water when you need to wash grimy
your
stuff.
hands,
Or
yeah,
when you,
yeah.
like just having hot water. So it's not like I need a lot of hot water.
Yeah.
So I think like I'll be able to get away with like 2 or 3 tubes.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like and then a small tank.
Yeah.
You know, like because I'll have a regular water tank.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a grey water, no, definitely a grey water tank. I'm
Mhm.
not allowed having hot one. You know, like I won't be having a toilet in my van.
Yeah.
You know, like that's just something that I won't do.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
be using external facilities for that pretty much the whole time.
Yeah,
So I'll always
yeah.
be parked near something. You know, like I don't think it's valuable to.
Nah,
You know,
no,
and
you may as
and
well.
if I did happen to go that route, I mean that's something that I would organise properly with the black water tank and stuff like that. You know, you've got to have there are very strict rules on that sort of stuff. So I'm trying to avoid having to do that sort of stuff.
Yeah. There's a lot of effort and the space to store the stuff, and then you have to dispose of it as well.
That's right. Yeah, and it's just nice to have a hot water, like wash your hands in hot water,
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
have a hot water for like a face washer, so you can
Yeah.
just rub yourself down if
Yeah.
like you need to.
That's it. Yeah.
Alright, cool. So, thanks. I'll be certainly.
I'm just wondering how. I'm trying to think how big the tanks are. Like.
Well, I've got a 25 litre tub out the back.
Right.
And that's about this big.
Okay.
Right. It came from. It was filled with port, actually.
Okay.
We bought 25 litres of port.
Yeah.
It was
right.
great.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I know roughly how big 25 litres is.
Yeah.
I'll be having multiple 25 litre tanks. Yeah, definitely, you know, like at least 25 litres of water.
Just thinking, because it would look funny with a tank on the roof, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, no, I could do that.
Because yeah.
I mean, like I might actually just forego the hot water altogether.
Yeah.
Like until I've been living in it for a while.
Yeah,
And yes, I
so
definitely want it.
Yeah.
Or I definitely don't want it. You know, like, but I'll leave room for it.
Yeah.
I can sort of plan it into my like ideas.
Yeah.
And or
in the interim, if you need it, you can buy, you can kettle,
yeah.
bump it up to 50 degrees for hand washing or something like that.
Yeah.
Just
cup of tea.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I'd much rather. Oh, it's a solar panel anyway, so in ways it's coming from the same source.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
Alright. Do you know how roughly much the solar panels are? Just off the top of your
Yeah,
head.
yeah.
You know, it's not
I reckon. I would 250 volt watt. Sorry.
251.
Like I wouldn't pay any more than $75 now.
Yeah.
That's for a second-hand one. Which there's nothing wrong with. Personally, I would go for a second-hand one.
Yeah.
Because significantly cheaper than a brand new one, and I don't think
They degrade slowly, don't they?
I think very, very slowly. And in fact, I don't know how much is known.
I think the world is a little bit weird when it comes to expiry dates.
Yeah.
You know, like you hear the Tesla cars, right? They go like, oh, it's only got like a 10-year lifetime, and you're like, no, 10-year lifetime for its like full, like considered full functionality. Like batteries don't die immediately.
I know,
they take time. You know, like, and if it's made up of lots and lots of little cells, I mean, like that's each one of those cells has to die individually.
Yeah, that's right.
I've been through two. This is my third battery with this phone.
Ah.
My original one started playing up, like being bad.
Yeah.
Then I got one from a friend, which was old already, and then like that lasted a while, and then I purchased a brand new one. And it's like they don't die immediately. They die, but
they go slowly.
And I was like really deep cycling it, like running completely zero often. You know,
Yeah.
So that's something the charge control will take care of as far as not discharging batteries.
Yes, that's right. Switch off your appliances.
Alright, so if I get 2 of those, let's say I'm going to put a $100 price tag on the solar panels just so that I don't 2 of those, the $200. Batteries.
Batteries, I'm out of touch with how much they are these days.
Yeah. Based on what I saw and what I've looked at online for other people's videos, I'm going to like probably put $500 worth of batteries.
Yeah, that sounds like right.
Because you know, if one of those ones, like what I saw, was about $75, and then I'm probably going to need a bunch of them just to have like a battery life.
Yeah, I bet you that was an 18 amp hour one. I think I know the one that JK have. In fact, that's the battery that I had.
Oh yeah.
And my place.
Actually, no, I remember. Yeah, that's very
Yeah.
I think that.
Yeah.
And so I'll probably get like a bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
I reckon, $500. I'd probably be looking at $1,000 for the electricals.
Yeah.
And not including, that's like wiring and stuff. Then you've got what, charge controller? That's going to be expensive.
Yeah, if you get a real good one, I actually don't know how much that will cost.
I'm not expecting it to be cheap.
Yeah, I give it a couple hundred, like maybe, like you
I'll look around.
Yeah, you can go crazy.
Now I know roughly I've got some specific needs, you know, like at least 3 output rails and like you know, multiple inputs. The ability to like switch back and forth between batteries and solar depending on which one's providing more.
Yeah. And the metering will be pretty interesting as well. Keeping an eye on everything. That'd be good to look at statistics after.
Well, the websites and stuff that I've been given for being able to monitor power, it's like it's actually a really simple device that it just wraps around the cable and does induction, and then you use that for like turning it into voltage and then having a computer run it. But like depending on the sensitivity and accuracy of what you want, you know, like that's the hard part.
I've never used one of those, but those things are awesome. I've always, whenever I measure power, I have to measure the current and the voltage simultaneously with 2 multimeters.
Yep.
Well, I do a pretty crude way of doing it, but yeah, one of those induction loops.
Yep.
In the wire, beautiful.
So
I want to get one.
I'll be using them a lot. I'll be using them like a lot.
And they're so simple too, because it's just a clamp, I suppose.
Yeah,
essentially a clamp just goes over the wire, and it just reports the.
It's so weird. It's that simple, you know. Like.
Now.
Yeah.
Okay, if you do that, you won't be able to use the. I suspect it needs. That's interesting. I wonder if it will need both positive and the negative to be within that clamp.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure actually. I've never used one before.
No,
maybe it doesn't. No, it probably doesn't. It probably measures it like relative to Earth or something like that. Oh, because I was actually looking at. When you mentioned about measuring power, I actually was looking some stuff up, and I did come across those clamp ones. I can't remember, but yeah, it's just something to investigate, I think. Yeah, but it's solvable, easily solvable, I think.
So I got to figure out power based on refrigerator, NAS, Wi-Fi access point, Raspberry Pi, lighting, whatever I want plugged in, like on the regular, which would be laptop. Camera, USB hub, phone charger, maybe I have a friend, so that'd be like their laptop, their phone charger, you know, like double everything up as if there was 2 people, but it's just one person. And then possibly heating and cooling, but I very much doubt it. I want to try and not do that. Definitely a fan. Cannot survive without a fan. You know, fan. Like, I need something blowing at me.
Holy cow.
You know, like in the heat, it's like. Drives me nuts.
Yeah, you're telling me. Cans, reminds me of cans.
Yeah. Just need that air passing.
Yeah, that's right. I need a freaking fan. I never brought one. Fan.
And all sensor equipment, basically. As at a certain point, that'll take up a bit of power.
Yeah, it'd be interesting, I see, because it will accumulate, won't it? Depending on how many sensors you have. Like, I don't know. So your Raspberry Pi is going to be the computer monitoring all the input?
And I'll probably have to get extra control boards. Like, because I don't think there'd be enough. Like, I think I'll definitely have extra control boards attached to it. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure that would be the brains for my car.
Yeah.
And then I just got to bloody purchase the thing.
Yeah, the car.
So I figured out today. I was looking like this morning. I do planning, right? And I was figuring out today what is missing to actually purchase the van and get it started, right?
Yeah.
And I thought all of the electrical stuff is good, but I don't actually need it.
No, that's
all I need to do is run conduit. And then I can do the electricals afterwards. Right? As long as there's good conduit that runs all through the van underneath the insulation of all the regular boarding, right? Then I'm good. So I don't actually need the electrical straight away. The thing that I need straight away is a van. You know, without a van I can't do anything. I can't even plan very well. So I think for the next few weeks I'll be researching vans. And then I'll just have to bite the bullet and make a purchase.
Yeah, the van. I mean, once you get the van, you can live in the van.
Yeah.
Straight away, can't you?
Yeah.
That's going to be freaking awesome.
Yeah. And so I'll basically strip it first, fix any rust, because that's number one, I think, is that find out any rust points, any sort of damage, have someone inspect the engine, take the service, that sort of thing. I'm not sure I'll be able to purchase it in Adelaide, so I'll probably have to fly to wherever it is.
Yeah,
Pick it up, drive it back, which will be a good test for it. The only sucky part was if that first van I get and I drive it back and it like dies,
fails,
like fails or does something stupid, like it's like 5 to 10 grand of just like
I know.
And I'm probably going to get a loan to do that, so that's going to be a bit of pain. But I'm hoping that I get lucky.
I know, that's it. It's always a gamble with cars, isn't it? You never know.
If only we already had moved to electric cars.
I know.
The amount of extra room you would have in that vehicle, like just through electric. Because you've just got the 2 motors in the battery pack, like the battery pack forms the floor, you don't have the drivetrain because you don't need it. Your engine's not...
Your motors are right there.
Yeah, motors are next to the wheels,
Save
space, you've got the braking?
Regenerative
braking.
So
it's just they're just so much better than regular vans.
Yeah, we were talking about energy coming in from the alternator, from the battery, from the solar panel. I've got a friend who's got an electric car.
Yeah.
And I spend most of the time looking at the control screen to see where the power's coming from.
Yeah.
So as soon as I take the foot off the accelerator, you can see it's got these arrows, these green arrows going from it, just
from the wheels.
Active arrows going back into the battery. It's freaking awesome. So I thought about that when you did that. So you're essentially doing that as well, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, I would love to move to an electric van, but they don't exist yet. And when they do come out, they're going to be expensive because they're the first ones on the market. 2020, 2022, Mercedes have one that they're building.
Oh, really?
All the major manufacturers are starting to do electric because Tesla. It was bound to happen eventually, but
that's it.
Tesla really sort of went. Look at this.
You know what?
I'd love to get a Tesla truck in and put your house on a Tesla truck.
That would be good. That would be freaking awesome. Oh, man.
And you can if it was an electric van, right? You wouldn't need these extra batteries. You just plug directly into the car.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's right. Right. Yeah.
You trickle charge using solar just because it's convenient.
You can.
It's not like you can't use the solar for the daily driving needs, but if it's not a daily driver, then you're trickle charging from the roof and pretty much
all day.
Keep you topped up all the time. If it's sitting stationary,
that's it. Yeah.
It's house on wheels. This electric house on wheels now. Yeah, looking forward to the future.
It would be nice. I would love that because the amount you pay on rent. I mean, how much do you pay rent here?
Not much. I'm not going to say I'm coming.
Oh, okay. I think pretty good. So I guess you're lucky, but most people.
Yeah.
My
I was paying $300 when I was living in North Adelaide a week, and it was great to have your own place, But
was that the party house you meant?
No. The party house was $750 a week, but I was
between the three of
us.
Yeah.
But it was still $250 for me, and then $300 for them, or something like that.
Yeah. That's right. The slightly larger rooms, isn't it?
Yeah. I took this wall and walked out a cheap price.
Yeah.
So I was trying to get in.
Yeah.
That was fun, but again expensive. Power bills were no joke.
To heat the spa pool was that gas?
Gas. Yeah.
I remember
that usually took all day to heat up. Yeah. But we heated it up to 36 degrees for fun,
that was good. That was good, I gotta say. Shit.
Cool. All right.
It'd be good. So if you've been looking at any cars, any vans at the moment, or you've just been thinking about it?
I've looked at a few just to get a general gist on the price.
Yeah. And so that's about 5 to 10, or 10 to 15.
Anywhere between usually about $6,000, all the way up to 70, 80, depending if it's brand new. Brand new, brand new Ford Transit, 2017, is 55. A brand new Mercedes is about 80. But that's your base for brand new. It comes down very quickly.
Exactly right.
And so
you get one a couple of years old, and
if it's got about 350, 400 on the clock, then you're looking at from what I've seen, it's about 6 to 10.
Shit, really?
Yeah.
350k, 350,000 k's.
Yeah.
Shit.
Which is not much. The cost, really, when you think about it. These vans are designed for millions of k's on the clock.
Yeah.
Every single time I talk to people who are selling vans or stuff, I'm like, so roughly how long do you expect them to last for? And they're like, millions of k's. It's such a no-brainer for them. They don't even sell it on that point.
Yeah.
It's not a sales point. They're just we have people coming for service and they're millions, 2 million k's on the clock. And you're like, holy shit, 2 million?
That's crazy.
Consumer vehicles.
When they get to 200,000, they're starting to get old.
Yeah,
shit, I got a friend who had a car and it was like 300. I'm thinking, shit, you better get a new car before this thing blows up on you.
Right? Yeah,
That's
exactly.
300. And they're not diesel. I know diesel has a.
They have diesel engines.
Yeah, typically I know diesel tend to have long distances in them. What type of engine? How big is the engine? What type of engines are they in these things?
I don't know.
Okay.
I just know that, say, Mercedes ones are more expensive to repair.
Yeah.
It really what I've been seeing, and this is like really limited research, is that everyone always tries to sell you on their availability for when the van fails. So the more common the van, the cheaper the parts, and the more service stations or service centres will be able to be available to you.
Yeah.
So if I go and buy something that's really rare, that the manufacturer is even really rare, then just the logistics wise, it's more about the cost of logistics rather than the cost of the parts. Logistics is the thing that costs the money. They will sell you on, we've got service centres throughout Australia, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, so when I have a failure, then it's going to be cheaper.
That's it.
Rather than
the time between purchase and the first failure. Because
So
everything will fail eventually.
So what I've got to do is I've got to talk to people who already have these vans, and are driving them daily, or I've got to go talk to, say, like people like Brits and Van Hire, or like the actual people who like deck them out, and they're like on the road now.
How big are they? Is it like driving a bus?
Stand up.
Oh, really?
Inside, like full height. I've got about, on a Ford Transit like jumbo, I've got about a foot above my head.
Really?
Yeah. Which is the kind of van I want.
Shit.
I need the headspace. The idea of being in a cramped quarters and having to leave in order to stand up straight means that you'll be hunched majority of the time. That's fine if you're doing it a short period of time, but I'm thinking years of living in this thing. So I want to be able to stand up and stretch. And for that, I need something large.
Shit. That's amazing.
But their tonnage is such that you don't have to get a truck license for them. So they're basic car license vehicles.
Good.
Yeah, so that's the general idea.
Because that makes sense. I mean, okay. That sounds quite reasonable. I'm just thinking of, because I've hired trucks before. Like 3-ton trucks, which you can drive on a car license. So is it similar to that?
I've never driven one.
I just wonder.
Which reminds me, I should go to a car yard and get like a test drive.
One of the
things I'm going to do is go get a test drive.
That would be good, actually.
Stick my GoPro on the window. Record myself doing the test drive in a van. Like, I don't like driving large cars, and yet I'm buying a van. It's crazy.
Isn't that interesting? I remember there was a time, 15 years ago, I thought to myself, I'm never buying a car again unless it's an electric car. And then I had my electric bike, which I rode to Salsa. After a while, I got tired. I think I was getting older. Then I got the scooter. I still maintain that I was going to get the car. She wanted me to get a car, so I bought the Barina. Do you remember the white Barina? You probably saw it now and again.
Maybe, I don't remember.
I must say, I do like that car. It was a good car. It was exciting getting it. It was nice driving it.
Was it brand new?
No, it wasn't. Secondhand. It was pretty old. Hadn't done many Ks though. It'd done about 93,000 Ks. It's a 1998, so pretty old, not many Ks. That was my main criteria, in fact, the Ks. Not that you can assume that the car's going to be okay, but now I've also got the Holden station wagon. So from a period of time,
the station wagon is a lot more useful.
Oh, it is so much more useful. It is really good.
Annie just bought a station wagon, like my friend Annie, and she's been taking it camping and sleeping in the back. Loves it.
Oh loves it. Yeah. I mean, that's exactly what I was doing with it.
So yeah,
I'm looking forward to.
I'm hoping it starts to come together.
Pretty
soon. Like all living expenses and stuff that I'm going through at the moment are making it sort of challenging to sort of get going. But it's about 3:30. No, 3:42.
Oh yes.
So I'm going to drive you.
Float in the right direction.
And I'm going to organise myself to go to one of the background party.
Thanks
to the internet. Not that anybody's watching, because nobody ever does. But hey, whatever. I listen to so many YouTubers, and they're always like, "And if you have been, thank you for watching." That's the guy from Fully Charged. Do you know that guy? No, he's Crichton from.
I don't know much.
Red Wolf, you know Red Wolf?
Oh yes.
You remember Crichton? The robot guy?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I've seen a couple of
episodes. The actor?
Yeah, okay.
And he's like hilarious, like gentleman. I can't remember his name. But he does all electric vehicle.
Oh, okay.
Show. Yeah, it's great.
I went to the showgrounds. They had, I reckon it was